Yeah, WTMH Live, WTMH Live, WTMH Live. Can't miss a beat, don't close your eyes. You want the realest of the real? Well, here we go. Hip hop and R&B live in stereo. We got the scoop like magic in the house. All the details, yeah, you know what that's about. We got the rumors, we got the facts, we got the city on our back. Now you can't stop that. The freshest content nationally and locally, giving you the real deal as the way it's supposed to be. DJ Quiet Storm and non-stop, got the whole world about to pop. You want drama? That's what we got. All the news you can handle soon as it drops. We on Bounce TV 23, Saturday, 7 p.m. I have to say, this the place you go for the info. WTMH Live, Simple.
Taking off on the 1-9, you already know what it is. Fleet DJs in the building, State of Hip Hop Doc.
Getting riled up.
Good, y'all. You are here. It is the Magnificent 7 Countdown. I am your auntie's favorite DJ. Am I looking in this camera or that camera? This is the private show of the Magnificent 7 Countdown video show. Glad you can join me. Welcome to my living room. And we're going to get things started today. You got what, 20 seconds? No, we on. Welcome to the Magnificent 7 Countdown Show. I'm your auntie's favorite DJ, and welcome to my living room. We have a very special show for you today. If you are tuning in live, please make sure you share on Facebook Live. And as Dre said, he put me on the spot. Go to our WTMH app, and you can watch lives there. Actually, when you watch live on our app, you can be sure of no interruptions, no glitches, none of that, man. You can get your auntie's favorite DJ 24 hours a day. But as promised, man, we got a special guest in the house. But, you know, this is a show that my friends are always invited to. I mean, if you want to air something out, if you want to premiere something, this is what this show is created for. This show is created so that way, as soon as you leave the studio, you can bring the video or bring the tape, or I said tape, that's dating me. Bring the MP3, whatever, and we will premiere it right here on the Magnificent 7 Countdown Show. Giving you a little history of the show, it was an homage to the shows that we watched growing up. Video Soul, Funky Rock Show, especially if you're in the Columbus area, you know that Video Music Box. If you lived out there in New York, shout out to Ralph McDaniels. And this is what we're trying to create right here, just a show that is for you, by you. We're going to get into actually voting for the videos as far as when we go up and down the countdown. We are premiering the top 7 that we feel should be premiered on a weekly basis. So again, please, if you feel like your video should be aired, please email me at djlanelove.fleetdjs.com, and we will definitely make sure that we get that aired. When we come back from our first video, a friend of mine that they came on my show about 2 years ago, and very warm camaraderie. My man's from Buffalo, New York, and I just really dug his music, and from that point we developed a relationship. So I just want to bring him on because it's a situation that I think, you know, his followers and his fans should know about, and his representative James is here today, and we're going to talk about it. But first we're going to premiere we're going to show you one of our favorite videos, Haji Street, and that's Dave Chappelle. And we're going to come back with my man James from First Aim Entertainment. Don't go nowhere. It's the Magnificent 7 Countdown. All right.
She doing well. She like Chanel. She got a bag. That's YSL. I'm on that loud. Dave Chappelle. Check out the drip. This shit ain't for sale. Hey, run up a check. It came in the mail. They say they a threat, but I can't tell. Hey, up in this bitch. Pass me the herbals. Everything lit. Sneakers is Virgil. Take them up top. They still love me. Dodging the thought. MC Hammer. Bitch, don't touch me. My shit crispy. Yo shit crusty. Light up the green. Cookies and cream. This shit musty. Give me some money. She pay me in honey. Pass me the yak. I don't do bubbly. I need a pack. Give me like 20. I'm on the sack. And she on the gummy. Hey, big things, we do big things. Catch me counting up these racks. I'ma need some big jeans. I put sisses on the lack just to see my shit swing. I put 2 on top of that just to keep my kicks clean. Nah, I mean, she doing well. She like Chanel. She got a bag. It's YSL. I'm on that loud. Like Dave Chappelle. Check out the drip. This shit ain't for sale. She doing well. She like Chanel. She got a bag. That's YSL. I'm on that loud. Like Dave Chappelle. Check out the drip. This shit ain't for sale. Run up a check. It came in the mail. They say they a threat, but I can't tell. We run it up. Fuck is you saying? That shit a dub. Thank you for playing. Back of the club. Tables get weighted. Chill with your favorite. We gon' get faded. Niggas gon' hate it. Damn it, I'm lit. Shorty go crazy. She thicker than grits. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Ooh, yummy. She don't do Gucci. Got some Emilio Pucci. Blowing on gas. Like 20 on 2, please. Size with the 2-piece. Slide in the new V. Leather get hot in the 2-seat. Got a top off like a new beach. Yeah, big things, we do big things. Catch me counting up these racks. I'ma need some big jeans. I put sisses on the lack just to see my shit swing. I put 2 on top of that just to keep my kicks clean. Nah, I mean, she doing well. She like Chanel. She got a bag. It's YSL. I'm on that loud. Like Dave Chappelle. Check out the drip. This shit ain't for sale. She doing well. She like Chanel. She got a bag. It's YSL. I'm on that loud. Like Dave Chappelle. Check out the drip. This shit ain't for sale. Run up a check. It came in the mail. They say they a threat, but I can't tell.
Oh, we
live
in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I went live.
Welcome back to the Magnificent Seven Countdown. I'm your auntie's favorite DJ. That was Haji
Man.
Street. That's one of the WTMH's favorite videos.
That's just a live,
Just
though.
really looked like a good day, man. So we wanted to premiere that. There's no rhyme or reason today.
Yeah,
But
cancel it.
today on the show, as you can hear, my man's hollering in the background. Actually, I'm glad Con Artist came up because I met James at Scully's, man, via Con Artist. We was doing something, I think, for Wallaby or something like that. And that's how I end up meeting you, and you end up talking about First Aim
right.
Entertainment and everything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And I
yeah,
just
yeah.
remember you being a real cool brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Just laid back like you is right now. You know what I mean? And
get
just telling me
comfortable.
about your vision. But I didn't even realize like you guys were that far advanced in your vision, and you really had all the working parts in order.
Yeah.
So you know, for those who don't know you, tell the people who you are and tell them about, you know what I'm saying, your movement and your company.
Cool. So do I need to just focus?
Nah, you
All
right there,
we
that
good.
camera right there.
All right,
Yeah, you
let me
good.
get
Just lay
comfortable
back,
then.
please, dude, man. That's what it is. It's the
No,
little
so
baby.
we aim First Entertainment
Yeah.
out of Buffalo, New York. So, you know, I run the company, run the label. You know, we run it, you know, as a label first. And then me and my cousin, you know, my brother, Low Profile, we kind of established that years back. I want to say, shoot, we've been doing this music thing since the early 2000s. You know, back in when he was in high school, everybody was telling him he could rap, you know, but he was real, you know, he was a shy guy, you know, but everybody knew who he was, you know, so he, I seen it, and then, you know, the whole team in the hood, we seen it, and then, you know, we kind of got behind it. So we started doing projects in the early 2000s, and then from there it just kind of peaked and blossomed into more and more and more. So he had his little, you know, situations that came up that kind of, you know, put us in damper spots, but we were still able to progress, you know, musically wise and as a company. So Aim First Entertainment, we started out as Moselle Records. That's the block. You know, Moselle is the block. So we started out as Moselle Records, but then I was, you know, sitting back one day and I was like, you know, we gotta change that. You know, it was getting hot, you know, everything was happening on Moselle. And I was just sitting on the toilet, man.
Is that what it came in at?
Yeah, came, man.
Okay.
One dropped, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna call this Aim First Entertainment.
Right.
You know, and because I was, you know, coaching and stuff like that, you know, and I was like, all right, you know, to aim first, to be the best, you gotta aim first.
Yeah.
But then, you know, how we was playing and how everybody around us was moving, I was like, okay, well, that metaphor can work, you know, both ways, right? So it kind of tapped into
because when you hear it, bro, that's not the first thing that came to my mind. Aim first.
Aim first, everybody associated with that. So that's what kind of pulled the streets in, right? Because you say aim first, but me, I was thinking of it differently, right? Aim first, right? Achieving impossible milestones, right? So that's the aim. You get what I'm saying? So it's just the wordplay and then just being able to tie it all back together, you know, to correspond to all dynamics. Because I just didn't want it to be a street thing. You get what I'm saying? So,
you're from here though, right?
No, I'm from Buffalo.
You're from Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm from Buffalo. Okay. So that's kind of like the oversight of Aim First Entertainment. So Low Profiles is an artist on Aim First Entertainment. He's a part of the team. You know, he's done a couple projects. I want to say, you know, probably about 6-7 projects, you know, just through his stint. He's jumped on a lot of, you know, features and, you know, some big names as well. I think one of your guests, you know, as well, you know, we got some songs with him as well. So just a lot of good, you know, movement that we had. So, you know, I'm here just to, you know, talk about current situations and previous projects and, you know, whatever questions you got.
So let's bring it up like this. Okay, I'll start with my situation first because it's me and you talking.
Right.
So in 2005, I think it was around 2005, and Larry, if you watch it, you know, I'm not trying to air you out, but you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to put the story together. So I have my man Air Jordan, you know, my cousin. So I'm putting him on Freestyle Fridays, and you know he's on Sean Anthony's show, and he's winning like every week, and he's just really making headway. Right. And all of a sudden, I get the phone call, like right when things are about to blow, I get the phone call. It's like Larry's in jail. He just robbed a Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, really? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So all the work that we did. And he had to go away for like 5 years, you know what I'm saying? So he came back and, you know, we had to restart and kickstart everything back up. But how does it feel? I mean, hearing my story, you know what I'm saying? I want you to tell the people, like, what happens when you, as a person who is in charge of the administration, in charge of making sure the boat stays afloat, what happens when, you know, the music meets the street? It can go both ways, right? You know, so it's a good thing, right? Because you can build relationships, you can tap into a market that people really associate with, right? Because music it's kind of like the temple, right? It moves the soul, right? So if you got music that resonates to the streets, people that's in the streets or just having those type of moments, they can understand the music, right? But when the music is the streets, then it can put you in a situation that, like you just explained, right? When you live in what you're telling, or if you're really knee deep in the streets, you know, it can cause a lot of damage. And with that being said, you know, Low just recently got, you know, picked up, not because of, you know, living what he was telling. I mean, he's an honest guy, but, you know, just unforeseen circumstances, right? You know, he got picked up on a gun charge, which is out there.
So he's sitting it down right now. So it's kind of a pitfall, right? Because just like he was explaining, you know, your guy was winning, you was at a plateau, you was hitting a peak. That's kind of where we were, you know, and what we've been doing. So I don't know if everybody's listening in. I mean, right now, Buffalo is that tap market, you know, with our brothers, you know, the whole Griselda movement, West Side and Benny, you know, and Conway, what they got going on. Exactly. It just kind of kicked open a whole nother door. So it's other, you know, labels in Buffalo, you know, and a lot of people in Buffalo, but they just kind of kicked it open in a way that it hadn't been kicked open before. Okay. So, in fact, you got Deep Thinker Records, and I think a lot of guys from Columbus are associated with that label. Yeah. So, you know, you got a lot of different lanes. But what happens is when you at that pinnacle and at that height, coming off tours and putting out good projects, establishing relationships, it's hard to push projects, you know, when, you know, situations go left, right? So now here we are, you know, coming off the last EP last year that did good numbers, that got us in a lot of doors, that opened up a lot of networking opportunities to come right back to do another dope EP, you know, that you invested in and studio time and traveling, and then just coming off tour with, you know, with Conway and them, you know, so it just kind of, it's a dampering situation, right? Because the door is open and all we doing is walking through it, you know, and we walking through it so smoothly that, you know, it's untouched and untapped, right? So if in Buffalo, you either saying Griselda, BSF, or Ain't First, right? That's the lane, you get what I'm saying? So now when the face of Ain't First is not visible, here I am. I'm not the face, you get what I'm saying? So it makes things difficult, you know, and then when people enjoy the sound, people enjoy the music, people enjoy him as an individual, it's even harder. You know?
It's funny because when I first met Low Profile, it was like he embodied what realness is. Right. Because true, I hate to put this word on, but true G's, they really don't have to put on that air. But he automatically like gets that instant respect because of the way he carries himself. It's like when y'all put him in the same situation with Beans. Beans automatically kind of could tell.
The love was there. Because me and Beans talked it up, you know, like when we had the situation, and then me and Beans was just chopping it up, and he was like, yo, Jay, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, just hit me up, let me know what you need. You know, whatever. So, you know, like you said, you know, real recognize real, right? You can smell, you can sniff it out. So, I mean, that's something that we never, you know,
had a problem with.
Not a problem with, you know, when you say, you know, Moselle, people know, you know, so they understand it, but that's not the, you know,
that's not what you try to carry,
That's not the message we're trying to carry. So nobody needs to talk about, you know, being a gangster and all of that stuff. So no, I just want to have fun, you know, go on tour, enjoy the beach. I think we was out in VA, I'm in the beach with my man and my cousin, you know, and we just having fun, you know, so it's a good time, man. It's just a good time.
That's funny because I saw a Jay-Z interview, and they were talking about how most people from where we come from, you know, they want to be like, I want to rep the hood, I never want to leave the hood. And most people who are forward thinking like, I see you when I get back. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to have an affiliation, but I'm trying to get as far away from 2nd Avenue and Mount Pleasant as I possibly can, or at least that mentality of what we had. But, you know, before we go to a low profile video, one thing that impresses me is y'all really have y'all's marketing together. And that's one thing I can't stress enough, like, who is in charge of the marketing? Because I mean, for real, like.
I mean, you know what? We're a small operation, so I run a lot of that. You know, so behind the scenes, I'm doing pretty much everything you see. Lowe's, I let him focus on the music, and then, you know, if I come up with an idea, I'm tapping one of my peoples and saying, hey, what you think about this? But me and him really had those conversations. So like sometimes I can go too far left and then he'd be like, nah, we're not gonna do that. Or he can go too far left, like, nah, we're not gonna do that. So, which kind of led us to the title of the most recent EP, Apparatus. So, you know, I know he kind of, you know, he liked to keep it solid. So he had, you know, the last project, a lawnmower and a gas can. I was arguing with him about it, but I was like, you know what? This yours. So I said the next one is on me.
I like that project.
And I was like, you know what? So let's call it Apparatus. It resonates everything that you talk about, you know, because Apparatus is a tool, right? It's a tool to get the job done, right?
Nice.
So it's what we talk about. So it's basically everything we talk about has a symbolic message, just like Aim First, like I've initially started off, right, achieving impossible milestones.
Exactly.
So a lawnmower and a gas can, the next project, apparatus, low cut grass is the next project. So we got a lot of projects, and then everything just kind of milestones. Also, we did a line, like a release, a clothing release, where we did the collector's edition with the flags and everything. I don't know if you've seen those. But even the flag patches down to that, everybody liked it because they seen the flags and the colors, like, yo, this is dope. But even those was represented black countries. You get what I'm saying? So it was more meaningful than just, oh, we gonna throw some, flags on, a shirt and make it look dope. So everything we do, has a symbolic message behind it. So you really got to pay attention to how we moving and what we doing to understand what we doing.
So, getting into a Nipsey interview, somebody asked him, is that being involved and being connected, who he's connected to, I think he was referring to, I think, a basketball player. And he was like, does that boost his street credibility? And Nipsey was like, I don't know what that is. And I resonated that with, people who go to the go to the joint or the can and then come back home, and people feel like that's a badge of honor, and that's really not.
That's not the key. Yeah, the key is to stay away from going in those situations, right?
Yeah.
Right. True gangsters move in silence, right? So getting caught up, that's a fail. When you're really playing in the streets, right? At least that's how I look at it, right? So
like, your moves is limited.
Now you can't move, but getting bagged is not a win. You get what I'm saying? I think Jay-Z said, you respect the guy that got shot, I respect the shooter, right? Yeah. So many times people, oh man, he got shot, he a G, Nah, man. You fell victim to some sucker shit probably, So it's just how you resonated, man. You don't have to scream tough to get your point across,
right.
So, and that's not what we're really trying to do, the image that we're trying to display, and then because the kids are still listening, so you still got that dynamic to protect, and you don't want to push somebody down the avenue because your music is saying go do something. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, or your music is staging an image that doesn't allow that individual to expand themselves. So like talking about guns and dope, and it's cool, because you're telling your story, but it's only so much guns and dope being sold, right? Yeah. Everybody ain't the plug, everybody ain't the connect. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people, some people got it, some people don't, but that's the image us as a community, we want to sometimes portray. You get what I'm saying? I was just listening to Umar Johnson, and he was saying about like, what's the resonation with black folks in the Mercedes-Benz image? Like, why are we forcing ourselves to get those material things? When the real wealth is, having the money or getting the real estate and doing those things. So we just got a backwards way of thinking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we live in a world today where things are available. This ain't the early, the late 1800s, the early 1900s, the 50s, so you got to get out here, you got to create. Not saying that those dynamics don't still exist, because we see it every day, but at the same time, this is a new wave, it's a new market, and I think us as people of color, we got the edge.
And just like, WTMH, we didn't even have to go to a company, already. We created, because we know that internet is the Wild Wild West still.
Yeah.
And there are still a lot of, there's no regulations.
Right.
So we are utilizing that. And that's what people don't realize, is that your vision, I mean, you could really go really far with this thing, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad to see that he has, wise people around him, con artists and yourself and a few other people. Who actually does the videos? Because the videos are done in very high quality.
So Kim Visions here in Columbus. Like Kim, we started out with Kim when we first met you. I think that was the first video we had shot with Kim, and me, Con, and Lo, and Kim. We all kind of put it all together. Me and Con would talk and say, yo, we think we should do this concept, all of these different things. And then we put it together, and we just like the quality, right? And then one big thing, Con would always tell me in the backside, like, let's not, cut corners, so me and him always, he's like this super huge oh man, it gotta be 6x9. If it's not 6x9, then you don't want to do it. And I'll be like, listen,
OCD.
man, it could be 6x7. All right, like nobody knows. You get what I'm saying?
I know.
So he'll be like, no, it gotta be 6x9, and he'd get real upset with me, and I'd be like, all right, whatever. So, but no, Kim Visions, he did most of all of our videos. He shot the Raymond video. He shot the Trey 8 video. He shot the Solitude video. He cleaned up a few videos for me. You know,
nice.
I trust him in doing that.
Yeah.
The No Loyalty video actually was shot in Buffalo by my man AIO though.
Okay.
But I had Kim do the back edits on it. You know, so.
I don't want to get my videos. Which one was the one y'all did in the laundromat?
That's the No Loyalty.
That's the No Loyalty. Okay,
yeah,
that's the one we're going to go to. Okay.
Yeah, so No Loyalty, my man AIO out of Buffalo, New York, he shot that. We shot it at my man Marlon. His laundromat, he owns the laundromat.
Okay.
So, you know, he's a part of the area where we're from.
Yeah.
So, you know, we shot it there, and then I just took it to Kim to get edited.
Yeah.
Do it like that, so.
What was the video y'all shot down in Eclipse? The one in the bar down there?
Sometimes.
That was sometimes. Okay,
sometimes.
I aired that one too.
Yep, sometimes. So Kim did that.
Yeah.
Kim did that one.
So what was crazy about that video, I think I was supposed to be in and make a cameo on that video,
yep.
but the day y'all came, we had a Christmas party,
yeah.
and I had the elf
Yeah.
Santa.
I mean, that would have been
So
cool
it
too.
worked out,
Yeah,
you know
that would
what
have
I'm
been cool
saying?
too. So yeah,
It's all good.
it all worked out because the love was there. You know, we came on party with you for a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
that
did a little
was
something
love, bro.
and had a little fun doing it. So you know, a lot of thought goes into what we do. You know, we don't want to cut corners. You know, some things you can, but most of it, you know, we put a lot of energy behind it.
Nice.
Independent, man. You know, there's no label, all out of pocket. You know, we grind up and we put it out. So.
Last question before we go to the video. How are you going to be assured that you're going to keep control of the content that you put out? Because once you start dealing with the majors and stuff like that, I've talked to a few artists that they're really wanting to control the vision for what they're having. So that I hear that's the big fight in the industry, is keeping control over your content. So how do you feel, especially with Nip putting forth, you know, the marathon and really stressing keeping control over the content that you put out? How can you assure yourself that your organization is going to keep control of that content?
I mean, we own it. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean,
but
we own our
come
content.
on now. If somebody's got $1 million, like, I need this, this, and this.
Yeah, I mean, but that
mean?
goes into your character, right?
Right,
So
right.
what are you willing to sell yourself for? I'm not selling myself for anything.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So like, you throw $1 million in my face, and you tell me to go eat shit. I'm not gonna go eat shit for that $1 million. Some people will.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Money ain't everything. You get what I'm saying? Money allows you to do what you need to do, but money shouldn't control you.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's the 7 deadly sin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, you can't let that dictate how you operate. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So as long as you keep that character, you know, and you keep that energy to yourself and don't get pulled in by the masses, you know, it's a harder grind. You know, like I could have went and ate that shit and we would have been on. But at the same time, you know, you gotta know when to fold. You know, like one thing my grandmother told me, she said, bend but don't break. You get what I'm saying? You bend but you don't break. So if me having to eat shit is that break, I'm not doing it. You get what I'm saying? So we not doing it. We not taking shorts. And that was a big thing we was on. You know, sometimes we'd be like, oh, let's do this feature, let's do that. No, if we don't have a true relationship, we're not doing it. We're not working with you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we keep control of it. So if, you know, if something is put out, we own it. If something is put out that people don't like, we did it. You get what I'm saying? So we don't allow that control, because it's always Big Brother, right?
Absolutely.
Big Brother controls the media. Big Brother controls the airwaves. But if you create, kind of like how y'all got your situation here,
Absolutely.
you govern it, you own it, and you determine the rules.
Yeah.
So it may not be a major radio, you know, station, but you get the same process, you get the same results, you get those things. So like the numbers will show for itself, right? A lot of people see, you know, the front win, right? You say, okay, well now I'm a part of what, 107, right? Everybody be like, oh man, you're doing your thing, da 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 da, but you're doing your thing right now.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? It's nothing that they have that you don't have.
Let me
It's nothing. You get what I'm saying? You
Exactly.
own it. It's independent. So people gotta not focus so much on the big bag, but focus on the independence.
No doubt, man. We're going to get into a video, man. We're going to come back with a little surprise. We got my man James from First Aim Entertainment here. We're going to get into that no loyalty because once we start playing videos, we grow up we like. So we always bring those to you as a translation of what we feel is hot. So we're going to get into the video right now. Low profile, no loyalty right here on the Magnificent 7 Countdown Show. James is here. Nice.
What's up with you? Maintaining, man. That's with the low pro? Yep. So I'll let you
You mean to tell me you charged that nigga the same amount that I charged you?
Exactly.
You didn't get no clip off of that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
What you mean, man?
It wasn't my job to give you a clip. You supposed to do that shit yourself. Boy, I charged you low as hell.
So that's what it is?
Stop it.
Alright. Alright, bro.
I just want some extra shit. Fuck the money up a lot.
Good?
I don't trust that nigga.
Be the ones you get a shirt off your back. They turn around and end up being enemies. They just want whoever first to the back. And loyal niggas end up being memories. They be the ones you get a shirt off your back. They turn around and end up being enemies. They just want whoever first to the back. When loyal niggas end up being memories. Trying to shake a body with no breath in it.
It's the use, right?
Never make a promise till it's definite.
Don't do it.
It's only going on cause we accepting it. Look at who we harm or we aggressive with.
You.
How we competing when we teammates. The race when get completed, it's a relay.
Question.
We lean on you when needed, you the knee brace.
Right.
You give as you receive it, it go be ways.
Same thing.
When they don't demand it, they expect it from you. They holding you to standards, they reflect upon you.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Mindful of them niggas that don't check up on you.
Remember that.
The ones ain't got the time to even telephone you. Never piggyback on any back.
Never.
You gotta take your gambles, get your winnings back.
Your shit, nigga.
They gon' come dismantle when your penny stack. Ain't never been no Santa in your chimney stack.
Man, you dude crazy, man. He talking crazy, man. He not trying to be reasonable with shit, though, man. But you know how shit go down, though, man. It is what it is, though, man. Facts. Alright. Word. One.
They be the ones you get a shirt off your back. They turn around and end up being enemies. They just want whoever first to the back. And loyal niggas end up being memories. They be the ones you get a shirt off your back. They turn around and end up being enemies. You wasn't never no good. They just want whoever first to the back. And loyal niggas end up being memories. You turn away when you raising and shoot.
Why would you do that?
Could mean you ain't okay who you raising it to.
Snake, nigga.
When shit don't go your way, you behaving a fool. It's still considered hate when you shading the cool.
Try none of that.
Go to war behind you, gon' pull behind
Go
you.
broke behind it,
Till they
man.
convince you not to lock that door behind you.
Still won't.
While others telling him to watch that whore behind you.
Deserve shit, man.
The one keep running back, gon' try and score behind you. Yeah, that bad blood will turn to poison.
Absolutely.
Have your homie reaching out to who you speak
What
about.
type of shit is that?
While you oblivious to what you beefing about.
What we beefing for?
How someone you trust can let your secrets out.
Really don't matter,
Yeah, the biggest banks come with the biggest losses.
Ass niggas.
And a lot of pain come with the glittered crosses. Snakes know they terrain before they slither across it. The whole reason to train so you don't get exhausted. Yeah, they be the ones you get a shirt off your back. They turn around and end up being enemies. They just want whoever first to the back. And loyal niggas end up being memories. They be the ones you get a shirt off your back. They turn around and end up being enemies. They just want whoever first to the back. When loyal niggas end up being memories. And be the ones you get a shirt off your back. They just want whoever first to the back.
Hey, as promised, we are back. Magnificent 7 Countdown Show. I'm your auntie's favorite DJ. Coming back from that video, Low Profile, No Loyalty. First Aim Entertainment is in the building, but as promised, I told y'all, man, this is like really my living room. So when you in town and you know, I'm like your big cousin or whatever, you could come through and you know, we could just sit here and chop it up. So without further ado, we got a surprise in the studio. Mickey Fax is here, baby. How you feeling?
Smicky.
The very cool Mickey Fax.
Yes, sir. What's up, man? I'm here.
Bruh, you working, man. You can just see the
always-
fatigue on you, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm out here working, man.
bruh. You know, first of all, you know, because we had James here, man, how you know James?
I know James through Con Artists.
Okay,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Con Artists was like, yo, I got this artist named Low. Low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That James was managing. And I was in town. I'm always out here.
Yeah, all day.
So I was like, yo, let's meet up. Let's chop it up and figure something out. And we did. Built this rapport. Did this record. Came out fire, man. And then, you know, it's all love every time we see each other.
All day. What record y'all do together?
What's the name of the
We
joint?
did the Sorry record.
Yeah, did a record called Sorry.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I went in there, got crazy with my man Low, man. It's a dope joint, you know, so.
We got two verses out of Mickey when he did that.
Right.
He had a
Mickey shows love,
Listen,
bro.
Mickey had a grimy verse. Where he said, it was like, yo, Mick. He was like, no, I'm gonna just do what I normally do, because he had a nice grimy joint.
It was
that-
very grimy.
And
Yeah.
it would have been right, but it wouldn't have been Mick. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mick, then he came back and did what he did,
I did
and
what
he
I-
killed it.
Yeah.
He killed it.
So, speaking of which, that's a great segue. Because the last time I saw Mick, we were at Shake Spot, and you was in a space, right? And you had to air some things out, and it automatically went to Twitter. Now I'm gonna set this up because seriously, I had to do my job.
DJ.
I had to do my job.
DJ.
So you was in a space, but the thing is, like, when you are presented with the Joe Budden situation, some days you're willing to talk about it, some days you're not. And I think because what I can see in Insight, you don't want that to be the whole makeup of your career,
Right.
as far as that beef. So I understand the frustration. But for the people out here who don't know, how did the situation start and how did it become so big after a while?
Joe was, shout out to Joe. He was, he had made some comments about Method Man. And he was saying in 2009, Joe Budden's better than Method Man. And that caused a chain of events, like a snowball effect to happen.
Right.
And we were all on tour at the time. We was doing Rock the Bells. They squashed they squashed the beef in New York City.
Okay.
After a lot of back and forth. They squashed it in New York. We go to LA and it's super hot in LA. I'm talking like 110 or something. It's the hottest day of the year in LA. Joe had a trailer, so I go in Joe's trailer and it had AC. So I'm in there and we on the live stream, we rocking out, and then Raekwon and them walk in. They hadn't heard that everything was squashed. So when they came in on some love shit, showing everybody love, and then the energy kind of shifted. And when it shifted, it turned into, you know,
Situation.
what's that you was talking about type stuff, you know. And, you know, one thing led to another. Joe got hit. And, you know, that was pretty much it, man. You know, I was just there. I just happened to be there because it was hot outside. Like, it was just like, you know. Things were said off cam, you know what I'm saying? And they squashed it away after they left, you know what I'm saying? After everything was done, you know, they got together and Joe wanted to run the fade after, but, you know, Ray didn't want to run the fade. You know, things happen, man. I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, that was a while ago, you know what I'm saying? Me and Ray, we cool.
Yeah. Y'all good now.
You know what I'm saying? I wish Ray a happy birthday every year. He shows the same love back, you know what I'm saying? I show that respect, and vice versa, you know. You know, things happen, you know what I'm saying? People get ran down on all the time, man. It's life, B.
Right. So what was the space you were in when I seen you in Shake's studio and you had the freestyle? I mean, you was going at Button at the time.
Button was talking about, you know, at the time he was going at Drake hard.
Okay.
And I was like, man, Drake won already. Leave it alone, bro. You won. Yeah. He had dropped 3 songs or 4 songs, and Drake didn't respond. It was like, all right, you won. Now you just bullying him. Like,
Yeah.
and he was like, yo, I don't need no side commentary. You wasn't there. You wasn't helping out during that time, so don't say nothing now.
Oh, he's
and
bringing up the old shit.
Yeah. And then he was like, especially if you ain't gonna mix it up on the mic. So
Okay.
I was tight.
Yeah.
But I was only tight because I would have had the record out faster. We had the show that day. We had a show somewhere or an interview. Something was happening. And I was doing everything I still had to do. I had to headline the 2x2 Fest. That's what I did.
Yeah.
So I did that, but as I'm doing that, like I'm already putting bars together because I wanted to get this joint out quick.
Right.
So if you saw me in a different zone, it's because I was putting lyrics together and I was mad that I couldn't do it quicker.
It was funny because when I ran into you, it was all love, and then as soon as I left you, the Twitter blew up, and I was like, I just seen this dude. Like, I didn't even know what was going on like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, we own it. Like I would have had that record out. Like it took about 24 hours for that record to come out.
Yeah.
But if it was up to me, I would have had that record out 3 hours after he said what he said.
Wow, that's.
I couldn't do anything though because I was doing the festival. I was headlining 2x2, and you know it was what it was. I had to take care of that. I had to do all of these interviews. So, you know, as I'm doing the interviews, as I'm performing, like I'm putting this disc together for Joe Button.
That's nuts, man. And like James said, you know, sometimes we just look at you as like it's all about the rhyme and it's all about the culture, but. How do you feel when the culture sways you into that space? Because it's not you, is what we look at, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's not the type of time I'm on. Like, I'm on getting to the bag. I'm on showing love to everybody. You know, helping the new up and coming artists, building. You know what I'm saying? Giving gems back. You know, mentoring.
Yeah.
I'm all about that.
Right.
So when he got out of pocket. It's like, all right, now I gotta put you in your place. And I DM'd him like, yo, this is about to happen.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
And then like an hour later it dropped. And he was like, oh, I fell for the mousetrap. That's crazy.
Yeah, because next thing I know, I'm hearing the.
Oh yeah, it was lit. It was lit for him. It was so bad for him, and then you know he hit me like, yo, I gotta say something to him, because it was getting out of hand, and everybody was like, this is kind of the craziest diss you've ever gotten.
Yeah.
And you know, this is a guy that went to war with Jay. He went to war with Prodigy. He went to war with Ransom. He went to war with Saigon. He went to war, you know, with all of these guys. And I came in, I tapped his jaw real quick.
Yeah.
And it hurt because everybody was on his helmet. Like, you gotta respond, especially after all of this shit you did with Drake.
Right.
He never responded to the day he retired.
But from what I see off camera, Joe's a real dude, man. I mean, from what I see.
That's my man.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, sometimes you gotta slap
You
your man.
you
gotta do it.
Smack your brother in the face sometimes. It happens.
It happens. I mean, but
Yeah.
you know, like you know, it is what it is. I mean, like, it's hip hop. It was never no beef. We laughed about it before it happened. We laughed about it after it happened. We was laughing about it during.
Right.
And it was never, you know, anything was said out of pocket. It was just us, you know, going to war. Well, me going to war, because he said, if you ain't gonna mix it up on the mic, don't say nothing.
Right.
And I'm the wrong nigga to say that to, because I'm coming back with something in 2-3 hours. I'm not playing. I'm calling every studio I'm near, next to. I need to get in the studio.
was shit sweet at the time. Yeah.
Nothing was sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe.
And like I said, I didn't even really want to make the interview about that, but I just, for those who didn't know, you know what I mean, all day. And I'm glad you just didn't have a problem.
And I recorded it here in Ohio.
This I know. This I know.
recorded it
Yeah.
here.
Because people was getting at me, it was like, you hear what nigga? I'm like, ah.
I was just with the nigga.
Speaking of, right. right. Speaking of which, though, that's a good segue. How is it that you grew an affection for the city of Columbus, man? Because this is like your home away from home, for real.
Yo, man, I did a show at Scully's, and when I did the show, right, it was dope. Tore it down, and this is the first time I met my man Shake.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know Shake, like Shake came up to me right after I got off stage. He was like the first person that came up to me after he was like, hey man.
That sounds just like you.
Hey man, you from God, man. You a blessing from God, man. Your talent, man. This is what you're supposed to do, man.
Sound just like that dude.
You gonna get it going, brother, I promise. And I was like, yo, that's love. And then, you know, I did business with him, you know, from that point forward. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those scenarios where anytime I had a run, I had to add Columbus, Ohio into the run. It's so crazy to the point that I don't think I've ever did a show in Cleveland. I've done Cincinnati, I've done Dayton, I might have even done Akron, but I've never done Cleveland. Anytime I have any kind of talk, I make sure to come through here. And, you know, as soon as I step in, I go straight to Super Chefs. And then, you know.
Shout out to Super Chef.
Right after Super Chefs, it's like a tradition. You go to Super Chefs, you go to Remix Live, see what's going on over there. Then you go to the mall, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, then you perform, you know what I'm saying?
Which mall you go to? Specific
I was going to Eastland.
Eastern is
I was going
what
to
it
Eastland.
is all day.
Yeah, I was in the hood, man. Shake.
You took him to Eastland? You ain't taking him to Eastland, did you? Bruh.
I used to get the food out of Eastland.
Yeah.
I used to walk there. It was a Dominican lady. She's still probably there.
Yeah, Eastland is like the Chris Rock description. Ain't nothing but baby clothes and tennis shoes in there.
At one point,
my bad. I ain't mean to, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody
else out
Listen,
there.
at one point, I thought that was Columbus.
Word.
It was.
Come on, Shay, you can't. Bruh, you took him to the
I'm
hood?
walking Listen, Shake, that's my man, that's my brother. But he a wild cowboy.
Yeah.
Like one time, listen, I'm gonna tell a quick funny story because I know there's more questions you got. One time he booked me for a show, and I was out here for a week.
Okay.
And I just was out here, but he had me in some raggedy hotel, right? Across the street from a strip club. What strip club was that?
You didn't stay there though.
Yeah, I left because
It was on Bryce Road.
The one by Ottawa. I know what you're talking about.
What's the strip club across the street from it? And it's a Chase Bank.
It was Bryce Road.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't
He
think of
said
that. It's gonna
Rachel's.
come to me in a bit. Rachel's. It was Rachel's.
Okay, so I was across the street from Rachel's.
Okay. At the Days Inn.
Exactly.
I was at the
you know
day-
about
it was
the
a
day.
nasty
That's
day.
where we
know,
shot
man.
Trey 8. That's where we
What?
shot.
Shout out to Trey 8, because
I
that's
know
what
Days In for a different reason.
It wasn't the Days Inn.
it was. Days In. It was right across
I
the
thought it was
street.
the Red Rooster where they put you because I did it online.
Oh no, not the Red
Listen.
Roof. No, it was the Days In.
It had to be the Days In,
Oh,
because
he didn't
that's the
stay
infamous
there.
Days In. I
It's called
know.
Days In.
I know
You
exactly.
didn't stay there.
Bruh,
We continue.
let me tell you this story, dog. It's like a Wednesday at like 2 in the afternoon.
Word.
And I was like, man, I'm bored. I was working, but there was days that it was nothing happening. So I'm bored as hell. So I go to the bank across the street and I take out 400. It's the first ATM I've ever went to that dispensed ones.
Yeah.
So I take out 400 ones. Boom, boom, boom. Right?
I like where this is going.
I go to the strip club, right? 2 in the afternoon.
Word.
There's one stripper in there. She was finished. It was so bad. Right? And she was just dancing for one white guy. Like, and she was going ham, and I'm in there like, yo, what am I doing in here, B?
Right.
And I had 401, but it was like, I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, yo, what is going on right now? I'm not giving this girl none of my
Nothing.
money.
I had to feel it.
So I look, I order a drink, and then I get out of there. I go back into the bank, and the lady was like, oh, you ain't like what you seen in there, huh?
Oh, no. She already knew.
She said, it's the afternoon, baby. Yeah. Come on, give us them ones back. And I went right back to that damn Days Inn. I said, shit, get me the hell out of here, man. I can't
You ain't go back at night, though? Because at night it was lit.
Nah, I didn't go back at night.
Bruh, yeah,
'Cause I
Rachel's was the spot.
That's not really my thing, though.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
I'm not that strip club type of rapper. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go to see what it was while I was bored in the daytime, and it was just the funniest
Just
thing.
wandered in there. I get it.
That shit was crazy. Shout out to Shake though, that's my bro.
All day, man. But we in Columbus really appreciate when you come through and show love, man. You ain't really a Hollywood type of rapper. Even me, you showed me love on the interview and everything like that, man. We developed a relationship at that point. I want to get into this, man. You are one of those rappers who really take your career in your own hands, man. Is it that you don't trust the industry, or is it just you?
I mean, at this point right now, it's like I had managers who just was waiting for the money to come in instead of going hard for the money. And this is my 9 to 5. And if I don't make no money, me and my wife don't eat.
Okay.
And we expect it now too. Excuse me. So I gotta go even harder. So I gotta do my own merch. You know what I'm saying? I gotta book my own tours. I gotta, hit people up, see if they want some features. Do mentoring, do consultations. I get my monthly royalty checks and from Apple and stuff, and I get my publishing checks. But for the most part, like, I gotta do what I gotta do. Sometimes, my old manager, shout out to Guy Rute, he had me in a couple of movies this year, so that was good. But he just came out of the blue and was like, yo, I don't want to manage music anymore.
Damn. Just like that.
Yeah, and it was just like, but he knew, like, he could leave. He manages Pharoah Monch too.
Okay.
But he knew he could just be out and I'd be okay with it. I was moving before him, I was moving with him, and I was moving after him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm in a position where I just gotta go hard, man. Whatever opportunity is presented itself in front of me, I gotta go extra hard. So
what's so funny, Mick, is like when I first met you, people was clowning me because I did my interviews off of the recorder. And now
I remember.
And now
that.
we here, right?
I remember that.
And now we here, though.
I remember that. Yes.
But because people don't understand the vision, it's like y'all couldn't see that this was gonna happen. But you didn't even clown me about it. You just like, all right, let's go ahead and do the interview and blase skit.
Now, when I did the interview, was I like was my mind somewhere else?
It wasn't.
Dealing with the Joe Budden thing, or was that after?
You applauded me because I didn't bring it up. You was like, man, I've never, and I got it on video, I'm on tape and everything. It's like, man, you got away from the normal questions, and you really dug into my career. So that was how we built the relationship, because you was like, you wasn't trying to capitalize off of the beat. Right. So yeah.
No, that's dope. But yeah, I mean, I remember that interview, man. Like, I was like, yo, this guy got a recorder. Like, people want to listen to this? But, it's the grind. And I think that's what people don't see. People don't see that hard work that you put in so you can get here. Everybody wants to applaud the person that's lit, that's already shining, you know what I'm saying? Before doing the groundwork, before applauding the groundwork. And, it's a funny situation, like Benny the Butcher. When I got booked for the show that we did out here with Griselda.
Okay.
I was already a fan of Griselda, you know what I'm saying? So like I had heard Benny, I had heard Conway, and when Benny dropped his album, I didn't reply him or nothing. I was just like, yo, this Benny record hard. And he retweeted it. I followed him on Instagram. Once we were doing the show, because I didn't know what his Instagram was. I went all the way, scrolled all the way to the bottom of his gram, just to see the first picture he posted. Because I like to do that. I like to see the beginnings. And I left a comment, and I was like, yo, everybody on you now, but this is what the essence of what you do is about. This right here. And he replied to, he was like, yo, I appreciate you coming all the way down here to say this. this is when I was in the trap. I had just came home. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for showing love on it. And I was like, absolutely, because this is the start of what you have now.
Right.
Everybody on him now. Everybody.
Yeah.
But then nobody knew who he was. And people gotta appreciate that grind that you put in, man, because that's the soul and heart of an artist or anybody that's doing anything, you know?
And the thing is, like, let's say you have a good look coming into the industry, but then you decide to go independent. Some people actually look at that as a sucker move. Oh, you ain't got the engine behind you now, so you know what I'm saying? And that's what it kind of looked like you did. You came in with this big name, you know, it made the freshman XXL and all that, but then you decided to take more control in your own hands, and people looked at that was like, you ain't on. What is that all about?
I mean, before I did the deal, I had a big name. You know, I was the most Googleable artist in the East Coast in 2008. My name was so big at one point that I just tweeted some stuff. I tweeted Jay-Z lyrics and people thought I was signing to Roc Nation. And that rumor got so big, Jay had to address that I wasn't signed to Roc Nation.
Damn.
Like, and I think people forget all of the stuff that I usually, the stuff that I've done, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got on the label, my name got even bigger. I was like, oh man, he's about to pop. The label folded, and then I got moved to another label that didn't, you know, understand my vision and what I was about. You know, my vision was always be 10 steps ahead of the game. So like, you know, a lot of the stuff that I was doing then, people are starting to do that stuff now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on the internet when rappers was like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was putting my own music out for free once a week when people was like, yo, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was wearing skinny jeans when everybody was baggy. When I say I mean everybody was baggy. I was like one of those guys doing that when nobody was doing it.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I started a lot of trends, and I knew that if I continued to just reinvent myself constantly and consistently, my fan base will like it and people are gonna take from it regardless. I'm always gonna be good. So right now, you know, like I can do a record with Low and it be the most grimiest record. Then I could turn around and do a record with Tiesto, like, which is one of the biggest electronic DJs in the world.
Nice.
And then I could go and do a comic book freestyle on Sway in the morning and get all of the nerd rappers and the nerd fans to be like, yo, this guy's one of the best, you know, gamer rappers ever. And then turn around, put a project out called Enigma, you know, which is a 3-song project, you know what I'm saying, filled with all kind of different merch that I reinvest in myself. And then turn around and do a whole entrepreneur freestyle that goes viral in the Black financial literacy world.
Yeah. You're a smart dude. That's no gas.
Thank you, brother.
Really wise dude, man.
I mean, cause you gotta know what it is that you're trying to do and capitalize on it. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I could never be pigeonholed into one box. Cause I grew up on the essence of this. The essence of this is the lyricism, is the honesty, it's the street. You know what I'm saying? And what people want to hear. And I know exactly what that is. So no matter how like popping the artist might be, they might have 2, 3, 4, 5 million artists. Will they be here 10 years from now?
Word.
Because 10 years ago, I was out here, and I'm still out here. I'm still here. There's a lot of artists who had hit records 10 years ago that's not here, that's literally working.
It's always seems like you know where I'm going with the interview because you brought up, you know, Sway. And there's this meme that comes out, and I see it every once in a while. It's like, most of your favorite rappers today couldn't be in the basement, Rap City, the basement. And I see Sway and Flex. They brought that freestyle situation back. And you really can't be, especially when you got people like you and Black Thought shutting those freestyle sessions down. Before we get into Enigma, what goes through your mind before you utter that first word? When that beat drops and you got Flex looking at you and you got Sway looking at you to see what you gonna say, how much, tell those who wanna get in this game, what is that like? What does that feel like?
I mean, off top, before I get there, I'm already trying to plan on how this is gonna go viral. What am I gonna say that is gonna shock people? What is the message gonna be about? Is it gonna be just bars this time around? or am I gonna break down credit? Is it gonna be bars this time around? Or am I gonna rap about all comic and pop reference stuff that's gonna appeal to my nerdcore fan base? You know what I mean? So I gotta figure that out every time before I go up there. So like the Sway situation, when I went up there, like I told him, I was like, yo, he wanted to interview me, and I was like, no, nigga, throw the beat on.
He's ready.
I said, I'm not here to talk. I'm here to rap. Yeah. I gave him 300 bars. I spit up there for 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
When I went up to Flex, he, you know, and I didn't work with Flex when I was on the label. He was, you know, he tried the front, like, yo, Mick, this ain't what you do. Because he was out the loop. He was out the loop. I was like, all right, watch this.
Jay shaking his head like, man.
Nah, he wildin'. This is wildin'. I mean, this is what this guy does.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, for anybody.
Was it personal, or was he trying to discredit?
No, like he knew me for doing electronic music. He knew me for radio stuff, you know, back in the days. You know, and that stuff was what it was. Like, you got to think of like an artist that might have done auto-tune, and they all they did was auto-tune, and they popped off auto-tune, and they were done with auto-tune, and it goes somewhere else. They don't have nothing to fall back on. So I was doing the pop electronic rap. You know what I'm saying? The Macklemore stuff before Macklemore was doing it. I was on that. So when people remembered that for me for that, he remembered me for that. So he never heard me just go here. Like I can recite Redman, Muddy Waters. I know about Cannabis. I know. So like that's what I grew up on. So I've always had something to fall back on.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? If I decide I want to do auto-tune and cool, I could go and do it. But then when I come back, the essence is here.
Word.
So he knew me for that. So when I went up there in black for 10 minutes, he was like, oh shit.
He had to give it to you. But sometimes you got to do that though.
You got to sometimes. So, you know, every time I go to a radio station now, I got to do something completely different. I went up to bars on 995. I was just telling Jay that. I went up there, I spit, and they was like, all right, we done. I said, nah, I'm changing my outfit. I'm giving you another rap. Part 1 and a part 2. Changed my outfit. They changed the beat. I gave them another rap. They were shocked. They were like, what?
And that's what I like, is because these sessions can now really make or break your career. It's going back to the essence of what the booth was all about, or what that corner freestyle session was all about. So going on Flex, going on Sway, saying a bunch of bullshit can really hurt your career at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Especially with the true guys, the true hip hop heads, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into Enigma before we go to the world premiere.
Yeah.
What's in the name? What's
I mean, I was playing Batman Arkham City. And the Riddler, his name was Enigma in the game, and I was like, that's a dope word. Let me look this up. And it's a person that's puzzling, you know what I'm saying? Or it's a puzzling situation. And my life is kind of like a puzzle. And I was going through a lot. I was dealing with, you know, my wife getting pregnant, you know, navigating as an independent artist, and just trying to figure out my stance in the industry. So I was like, all right, let me put together 3 songs that capitalizes on all of that. So the first one is called Enigma, which is basically talking about the algorithm and how it messed up Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And how I gotta pay so people can see what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's crazy how big artists, and they're taking the likes away now, so it kind of destroys the artist's momentum. You know, so I talk about that on that song.
Yeah.
And it has a somber kind of feeling, but then the next song is called Motivation, and it's a soulful big record trying to motivate the people. You know what I'm saying? And the chorus is, I'm just trying to get you motivated. Man, I'm really trying to motivate you. The last thing that I told a hater, thank you for the motivation, because the haters is always here, but you need them to motivate you.
Yeah,
so like I'm talking about that scenario, and it's a big record, and then the last record is called Out the Sky, and it's just me talking fly, because that's what I'm a fly dude. You know what I mean? So it's 3 songs on there, but I wanted to do this for the fans, so I created, you know, these hoodies, you know what I'm saying, with my face on the back, you know what I'm saying?
Dope.
The hat, you know, I got CDs, I got flash drives. I made 100 flash drives. I put the world premiere on there of this video you guys about to show, some songs and stuff like that. And 1 out of every 100 flash drives, if you get that golden ticket like Willy Wonka, you get a free pair of Y3s.
I need my Y3s. I need the golden ticket, baby.
Yeah, I need that too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
day.
So you get a free pair of $400 sneakers, man. I mean, and to me, that's more interactive than just putting a T-shirt out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You engaging the fans to want to purchase that and be a part of something.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the puzzle piece. That's the enigma.
Yeah, you really got to be up on this new music business model, man. And I see that both of you guys are really up on top of that marketing, on top of interaction with the fans and things of that nature, man. So definitely, man. Where are you gonna be at tonight before we?
Yeah, I'm gonna be at Victories Live today. You know what I'm saying? Right in Columbus, Ohio. Doors open at 9. Tickets is $15 in advance and $20 at the door. It's my bro Jay Carey's birthday, a staple.
Happy birthday, Jay.
A staple in the Columbus, Ohio hip hop community, man. One of the best freestylers, one of the best lyricists that I know. I'm excited and grateful to be a part of this scenario. Shout out to Mashawn Harper. I don't know the address. What's the address, Jay?
46 South High Street.
546 South High Street. I'll be in the building, man. Me and my man Sway Sever. You know, I'm excited to rock out. I perform out here at least 2-3 times a year.
We know this. We know this. We appreciate you showing the city.
Yeah, I was just out here though.
Yeah, you just shot videos out here and everything. That's crazy.
Seemed like it was just last week.
Yeah, it did feel like last week. That's the kind of love I got for Columbus, Ohio, man. You know, and I always tell people, go through Columbus, man. Go see Super Chefs.
Absolutely.
Go to Remix Live.
All day. And now they can come to WTMH as well.
Come to WTMH.
TMA.
See my man Lane.
You already know. Any last words, James?
Yo, we got special gifts, man. Since we talking merch, we brought a merch pack for you. So this is the new low profile apparatus. 7-track EP. We got Beanie Siegel on here. We got Ren Thomas. We got my man 22. 20 gonna be a new up and coming on Aim First. So hopefully, you know, we can get that situation together and get his music out. But apparatus, physicals is on the site, www.aimstent.com. You can order the physicals. We will be putting up vinyl physicals, so the pre-order, that'll be coming up soon. Cassette pre-order will be coming up soon as well. So this is the most recent EP. We also got Lawnmower and a Gas Can EP. Physicals, we're gonna redo these to make them look a little more like these. But these is available. The digital download is also available on the site for both of these as well. It's streaming on all platforms. So if you got Spotify, Tidal, iTunes, go look for Low Profile. Support the Aim First movement. So these is for you, Lane. Thanks for having us. We also got we got the posters for the Low Cut. Lawnmower and a Gas Can EP. So these are associated. So anytime you go onto the site, you buy a pack rather. You get the T-shirt. You get the T-shirt, the collector's item T-shirt. Well, you get that T-shirt right here. We got it in blue. And then we also got it in gray, blue, and white. So that's for the Lawnmower and a Gas Can project. But the new, that's for you.
Good looking out.
That poster. Yeah, we got more facts. That's for you. We got another one for you.
Nice.
But that'll be that. And then with this project here, the most recent, like I said, the vinyls, we're going to do another round of T-shirts.
Yeah, it's dope.
We'll be long sleeves since it's wintertime. So, and we always got the hoodies and stuff on the site. So hit the site up. Follow us on Instagram, Aim First Entertainment. Follow Low Profile, man. We need to support Low Profile _ Aim First Boss on Instagram. So, you know, we moving, man. You know, he free, man. He free, you know, so we just gonna hold him down. So, you know what I mean? So we just gonna hold him down. But yeah, Apparatus, man, is out. Go listen to it, man. Listen to it. Also, support Lawnmower and a Gas Can because it got Mickey Fax on there. And Mickey Fax is killing it on Sorry. We need them streams to go all the way to the roof on Sorry. So, you know, we got some stuff, man. We got some stuff, so.
No doubt.
Bro.
Appreciate you coming through. First Aim here.
Aim First Entertainment,
Aim
baby.
First. It's in the building. So where can they get your merch?
Oh man, MickeyFacts.com, MickeyFactz.com, and everything is there, man. We got everything: buttons, stickers, hats, hoodies, shirts, everything that you need, man. Come holler at me. I don't have a merch pack for you.
No, it's good.
I was half asleep.
Exactly.
Y'all know.
The interview was only supposed to go 15 minutes. He'd already showed us like 40 minutes worth of love. So we want you to set up the video so we can all get to our respective destinations.
Yes.
And we're going to do that.
Yeah. Yo, so this is the 8-minute video, man, short film. It's called Enigma. Check out the whole thing. It's all 3 records on there. It shows you the different sides of what I was thinking about when we created this music. I hope you guys appreciate it.
It's the Magnificent 7 Countdown Show. Mickey Facts, James from Aim First Entertainment, man. We've had a great show. This is a classic show, so please make sure you go on the WTMH app and see it all over again. Please share it. Man, the show is growing. And like I said, people just come through and parlay now. So, you know, if you got an album or if you got a new video, please come and see your auntie's DJ. Until next week, we out. Peace.
Jack Daniels and Diet Coke. Sip slow while I'm trying to flow. Social media want me to spend money just so you can see every time I post. My numbers down, but I'm finding growth. All I can do is try and hope. One of my friends got diagnosed with cancer. How can I even try to cope with no answers? I gotta start preparing for a daycare. In the mirror trying to comb out the gray hair. My fans got older with me and they stayed here. Still telling every naysayer take care. Y'all know what I do to lyrics, but why I gotta do a gimmick just for you to get it? This is scripture. While I'm sipping on my liquor, I hope you get the picture. Enigma. Enigma. I hope you get the picture. They claim a nigga extra. Never was I breaking under pressure. No sleep. Look in my eyes, they say I'm Uncle Fester. I'm just at my front door waiting on a Tesla. Damn, I thought it was a coup. Haters keep hating, I thought we had a truce. Look at my career and they thought it was a fluke. Shorty put a mouth on me and she thought it was a fluke. Nah, it's just me. You almost called a double team, but it's just D. If you knew better, you would do better. That's for whoever that's stuck in this new era. You know the vibes. Y3 fanatic, I be on it. Yeah. New gear dropped and they call me for it. Jay got me out for a 40 foreign. The bank gave my home alone like Macaulay Culkin. What a crazy world. Aisha want a son, I want a baby girl. And that's family over money. Can't wait till I hear the words, Daddy did it for me. Happy and I'm lucky. My wife went from 12-hour shifts to now writing scripts. Ain't life a bitch? You know what they say, gotta put it in the universe. So I had to give it to you in a verse. I'm just trying to get you motivated. Man, I'm really trying to motivate you. The last thing that I told a hater, baby, thank you for the motivation, baby. Man, I'm really trying to motivate you. Celebrate when you know you made it. Don't worry, it ain't overrated. I'm just trying to get you motivated. Let's do this. Hey, rap T'Challa and the Platinum Prowler. That's that Panther power. I do this rapping for my Instagram followers who try to make their captions hotter. Put a match to my saliva, you'll get actual lava. Y'all shaky as maracas. I got a blowjob there, boat, but she came late, so I had to dock her. That's what she get for slacking. I'm inking areolas. We call it tit for tatting, so you can wear it on ya. I got a rare aroma. This king breeze by you and land on your shorty. Now to Arizona, I'm on the West Coast. She on my pipe trying to treat it like asbestos. I give her strep throat. Fly than Dick Tracy when he in his trench coat. This Periscope imported, who wants some French toast? That's that butter, baby. What a smart balance. And that ain't butter, baby. This is raw talent.
I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling out the sky. Everything drip, they should hang me out to dry. It's not a bird or a plane falling out the sky. Gotta show a nigga fly, that's what I provide. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling out the sky. Everything drip, they should hang me out to dry. It's not a bird or a plane falling out the sky. Gotta show a nigga fly, that's what I provide.
Pegasus since the Genesis, let's settle this. Frequent flyer miles logged, entering the premises. This is effortless. On the mic, I'm Jordan. I'm jumping out the plane. People say the sky is falling. Fly it in the nicest foreign Lamborghini dreams. Invest in oil, waking up in Santorini, Greece. Can't believe these things. Who hallucinating? Drop top at the strip club. The coupe is naked. Obscene. They wanna get my roof a blanket. I wear it out in a month. I need a new replacement. We change cars like we change money. All colors in my wallet, that's that strange money. Iceberg fabric, they shipped it in the package. You got it on sale. I sink the Titanic. Bad Asian honey, that means her eyes slanted. Just follow the script. This is raw talent.
I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling out the sky. Everything drip, they should hang me out to dry. It's not a bird or a plane falling out the sky. Gotta show a nigga fly, that's what I provide. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling out the sky. Everything drip, they should hang me out to dry. It's not a bird or a plane falling out the sky. Gotta show a nigga fly, that's what I provide. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling out the sky. Everything drip, they should hang me out to dry. It's not a bird or a plane falling out the sky. Gotta show a nigga fly, that's what I provide.
Working. Pull up if you're thirsty. I got the juice, you heard me. 30 for 30 and perfect. If I had $1 every time a shorty said that I would fall in love, I would probably have $1 million cause I made a mile when I fucked. I told her why you got a front. Now she gotta get a cup. Now she try to see what's up. You can find me in the car, sipping my drink. I'm numbing the feeling.